Yes. Hi, friends. Day 4. Day 4. And this, and this, and this, and this. So, remember who the fuck you are is my cup. It's a cup from a dear friend of a community I belong to. And she's not with us in that earth yet anymore. But in honor of her, we had that cup made because she was always saying, remember who the fuck you are and go after your dreams. That boy is one of my dreams. What is your dream this morning? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. What is your dream? Okay. I'm drinking coffee. What are you drinking? What are you drinking? Okay. So morning show is a reading morning. And we're gonna do what are we gonna do? We're gonna do maybe this one. Yeah, sure. Chapter 5. So you'll see in the book there is a gift for you, and it's a self-help book. So there are sections where you can do some exercises that I recommend. And then when you do those exercises, there is a way for you to reach out to me, because that's how we roll. Like the idea is really to connect with you, to give you something to connect with me. And that's the thing. So today, you see I'm wearing my Eiffel Towers because you'll discover that a lot of the book talks about France, where I'm from. I think this year is the year that I spend more time in Canada than in France. But basically half for now. And then, so chapter 5 will be, I think it's the last chapter of the book, is it? It's a very short book. It's classified on Amazon as a under 2-hour book. Let's see, how many chapters? No, we have 8 chapters. The girl should know how many chapters she has in her book. But hey, let's do this. Chapter 5. What legacy will my voice leave behind? I find myself wondering this quite often. Your voice, my voice. They are more than merry vibrations in the air, although it is ba, ba. Can you do this? Ba, ah, that's your voice. And it's so powerful. They are the embodiment, our voices are the embodiment of our very essence and the melodic symphony of our souls. Our voices represent our perspectives, our opinions, and our attitudes. Each word we speak, each note we sing, carries with it a piece of our thoughts, our beliefs, our very selves. In the world of entrepreneurship, especially for women daring to step into the light of visibility online, this voice becomes a beacon. It's an instrument of change, a means of connecting, and a way of asserting one's place in the digital cosmos. This sound is not just a noise, it is a declaration of our presence, a testament to our being. Whether it emerges as speech or blossoms into songs, our voice is our audible fingerprints, unique and irreplaceable. The key is learning to embrace your voice, for it is both your sword and your shield in the quest to make an indelible mark on the world. Speak so your words may live beyond the confines of time. Sing so your melodies may resonate in the hearts of those who will follow. Let your voice be heard, for it is an expression that your true power lies in. And in doing so, you will not only conquer the fear of becoming visible, but transform it into a love affair with the very essence of your being. In the journey of becoming visible, the most potent and intimate tool at your disposal is your voice. For women entrepreneurs like you and I, embracing this voice means confronting past conditioning, social expectations, and deeply ingrained fears. The first time I really understood the power that lies in using my voice was when I was about 5 years old, living on a farm nestled between the picturesque landscape of Normandy and Paris. One sunny afternoon, I found myself following my playful cat, Boops, across a narrow, winding road that led to an expansive cornfield. The corn stalks were tall and dense, creating a natural labyrinth that beckoned me with its mystery and intrigue. Engrossed in this spontaneous adventure with Boops, I delved deeper into the corn maze. The world outside the towering corn stalks seemed to vanish, leaving me in a hidden realm of my own. It was during these moments of exploration that I first experimented with the power of my voice. By choosing, by choosing not to use it, from afar, I could hear the anxious calls of my parents and Nanny, their voices laced with concern, permeating the dense cornfield. They were calling out my name, their tones escalating from mild worry to panic. Yet I made a conscious, immature decision to remain silent. I chose not to respond, not to let my voice be heard. It was a game to me, a child's play of hide and seek with my own voice. However, the consequences of this silence were more significant than I could comprehend at that tender age. When I was eventually found, the relief and distress of my parents and nanny's faces were palpable. They were overwhelmed, unable to fathom why I had chosen silence over response. I received a stern talking to, the details of which are now blur in my mind. But the essence of the lesson remained, etched in my memory. That day, through my silence, I learned that my voice, or the lack thereof, holds immense power. It can evoke emotions, trigger actions, and impact those around me profoundly. As a young girl, my intention was merely playful curiosity, but the outcome taught me a vital life lesson. The power of voice isn't just what we choose to say, it's what we choose not to say as well. This early encounter with the power of voice laid the groundwork for my understanding and respect for this incredible tool, which I now passionately share with women entrepreneurs, guiding them to find and amplify their unique voices in the digital world. 5 years later, at just 11 years old, I was reminded of the power of my voice. I was stepping into a new world at a very tender age when I started attending a new school in France. Gone were the cozy, familiar days spent on the farm with my family. It was a time of expansion and uncomfortability as I navigated the massive student body I was now a part of. I felt a sense of joy and confidence when I arrived, eager to learn and participate in this challenging environment. But as time went on, a subtle shift began to happen, and the enthusiasm I used to have for school and learning was not being received well by my peers and teachers. I was urged to tone down my urgency to raise my hand and told to give space for other students to engage with the content. This was confusing for me, as I was always encouraged at my old school to lead discussion and answer questions. I was now getting reprimanded for the things that used to earn me praise and respect. I allowed this shift in environment to define me and found myself second guessing and shying away from using my voice, something I had never done before. Year after year, I shrank into myself more and more. And what was happening to me in the classroom was a reflection of what women have to deal with in so many spaces on a daily basis. I was being conditioned to shape myself to fit what society wanted and needed from me. And part of that meant diminishing my own voice. I could hear the silent message being reinforced by my teachers loud and clear. Be quiet. Don't be too eager. Don't be too loud. It's a tale that many women can relate to. The gradual silencing of our voices in a world that often tells us to be less, to speak less, and to not make a fuss over any of it. As a woman, I often find myself modulating my voice to fit different roles. A symphony of voices, each tailored to a specific audience. This adaptation, while necessary at times, can be exhausting. It involves constant self editing to avoid rejection or judgment. In the digital space, it's very tempting to present a polished, filtered version of myself. However, I do my best to present a raw, unfiltered authenticity that resonates deeply with others. Let me, I'm checking something here. I'm checking if I have any messages or anything because I'm reading and reading. And also I need to check if I'm really live. Do 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 do. Let me see. Yes, we are live, but Facebook put me again on private. What is this? Boop boop boop. Done. Save. Thank you. So the most important part of where am I? Where am I? Where am I? I'm here. So when I share my true self, including my vulnerabilities, I am able to connect with others on a profound level that leads me to a better network and more ideal clients. The most important part of showing up in authenticity is releasing the attachment to what others think about it. I've never posted something that resonates with 100% of my audience, and that's okay. People stick around because they know I am being real, and at the end of the day, that is what matters most. Before I became comfortable with myself and my business, I would second guess myself and what I was posting. The confidence factor was severely lacking. I would refresh my post over and over again, terrified that someone may leave a rude comment or that I wouldn't get any engagement at all. Even 10 years into marketing myself online, I still have days where I stress over what I am posting and how it will be received. I am human after all, and no one likes to be judged. The big difference now, however, is that I hold myself accountable and I have the tools to know when I am just standing in my own way. I live and breathe being visible, and I am visible to myself first and foremost. One of the biggest hurdles in finding and using my authentic voice was and still is the inner critic. The voice of doubt and self judgment often stems from past experiences and societal conditioning. It makes me question my worth, my expertise, and my right to be heard. Overcoming this inner critique is crucial to express myself fully, and I overcome it in new ways all the time. I push myself out of my comfort zone, and each time I do, that inner critic gets a little quieter. Each time I show up online, whether it's an ad campaign, a Facebook Live, or a workshop on Zoom, I push myself to be more authentic, more committed to my mission of helping entrepreneurs become visible, and more confident in my messaging. And each time I push myself, I am reminded of how powerful and capable I am. I just want to bring something here. When I say I push, I don't force. It doesn't mean that I force. pushing in my own terms here means is going for it. And then we do this through dancing with our fears, nervous system regulations. So we don't let anything stop us anymore. Because fear, our mind and body uses fear to stop us. So that's a very natural and biological response. Anything that is outside of your current reality is probably something you want, but it will require you to learn how to dance with your fears. And that's the work we do in Magic with Social Media Love. I'll talk more about Magic with Social Media Love soon, because I have some announcements to do after the book. But this is something you learn. It's a muscle you built. And it's fun because once you you know how to use your fears, you are screwed. You got to do the big things you dream of, and there is no other alternative. And then you end up on a TEDx stage, you end up in organizing an amazing retreat in France, and then your dreams get bigger and bigger and bigger, and you go after them. There is nothing that can stop you. So this is where the magic happens. So the journey towards finding my true voice is about peeling back layers of societal conditioning, fears, and self-doubt. It's a process of unlearning and rebirth. As I start to use my voice in its most authentic form, it can sometimes be shaky, uncertain, but with each step, my voice grows stronger, more confident, and more resonant. My voice, when used authentically, creates ripples in the vast ocean of social media. How do I know that? Well, each time I create a post that comes from my guts, my audience reacts more. They feel the energy in it. It's not about being the loudest or the most eloquent. It's about the truth and vulnerability I bring to my words. This authenticity becomes a magnet, drawing in those who resonate with my message and repelling those who don't align with my values. To truly embrace and amplify my voice, I had to engage in inner work. I had to understand and acknowledge the fears and doubts that hold me back. This led me to discover that deep inside of me were false beliefs that I am not worthy of success, not worthy of impact, and good morning, Norche. What are you saying? Good morning. This prompts another song for the playlist. All right. Okay, I think I'm gonna name you the official DJ of the book launch. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen. Oh my god, I love it. I have tears. Okay, I put some makeup on this morning. Did you see? Because the girl needs to sleep. All right. I love it, Norche. Thank you so much. So, for those of you who don't know, we have a playlist that's going to be attributed to the launch book, to the book, not only the launch, but even beyond the launch, right? Because we're going to be an internal launch. Um, and so it's in our Facebook group, which is a private free community where we also play book launch. And so there is a game that is going on until Sunday, midnight, my time. So it's 11 p.m. EST, Eastern time, which is 5 a.m. on Monday in France. So you guys, you win 5 more hours. And so, yeah, so we have a playlist. So each time you read the book or we talk like this and you hear something and you like, it brings a song in your voice, tell us, because we're going to put it on the playlist, and I'm going to make the playlist, and I'm going to find a way to provide the playlist to whoever wants the playlist. So that book going to bring 3 things. So the book itself, the e-book, which is free. Again, today, that's the last day with a free ebook. And the paperback is only $5 for now. And then the second thing is you have a meditation that comes with the book. If you are interested, just send me a DM that says meditation is called the 7 Visible Factor Guided Visualization. It's $17 this week. It goes up 10 by $10 every week. So this week it's $17. It's a special guided meditation that I have created with a DJ that is specialized in brainwaves. So I created created the content, and she created the music and the way the hertz are going up and down from one lobe to another. It's a pretty cool guided meditation that's really going to help you connect with your voice, your ideas, your stories of life, your irresistible offers, your leadership, your expertise, like, and your belief. What and how to bring that into your content marketing. So I would recommend that you listen to this maybe uh 21 days. Usually that's what we go for, like to really start working on your subconscious mind. 21 days, and then you're going to have 21 posts, because I'm not going to tell you everything, but the idea behind this is that you get to post after doing the meditation. And then the third thing is going to be the playlist. So we're going to have a kit. Here we go. That's how you build a package. Here we go. We are building a package right now. That's so cool. Okay, keep coming with the songs as I am reading. I'm almost done chapter 5. And then after that, if you want to hop with me, have a conversation, even if you came yesterday, Norche, if you have more ideas, come with me. Okay. To truly, where am I? As you embark on this journey of becoming visible, remember that it's not just about speaking up. It's about aligning your inner truth with your outward expression. It's about embracing the imperfections, the hesitations, and the rawness of your authentic voice. Your task is to notice when self doubt creeps in. Recognize it as a sign of stepping into an uncharted territory, a territory where your true voice has the power to shine. Each time you hesitate, remind yourself that it's safe to be seen, to build your dream, and to use your voice. Your voice matters more than you might realize. It's not just a tool for communication, it's an expression of your deepest truth, your most authentic self. As you navigate the world of online visibility, let your voice be your guide and your beacon. Let it resonate with clarity and courage, for in its vibration lies the power to transform not just your business, but the lives of those you encounter along the way. So I'm going to share something talking about voice. So written words can be a voice. It doesn't have to be the voice that comes out of your mouth. Um, but it's been 3 days that we've been together talking about the book and everything, and I've been noticing like some of you in the community showing up, and some of you in the community reaching out saying, I did this because the discussion we had today, or because the book, or because whatever, it inspired you. So there is no question that this is why community is key. When you are in community, surrounded by people who are after the same dreams, even if the end dream is not the same, but you mean that people who are animated by making sure that their dreams gets achieved, then it really helps everybody. So when one woman rises, everybody rises. It's like an ocean. It's like a wave, right? So I want, and there are, I don't remember who said that or what study it is, but they say that you are like who you are is kind of the addition of the 5 people you spend most time with. So no wonder why, if you've been watching and listening to all the videos, reading the book, tempted to come with me and chat, like again, today I'm going to invite you and invite you and invite you, because I want you to feel natural about, I'm just going to go online and talk, because this is the power of being seen. And when you talk and you share and you have conversation, more people are going to see you and discover. And each time I'm going to ask you who you are, who you serve, and what do you sell, so that you get in the habit of, that's what I do, and that's what I sell, and that's how I help people. So the power of your voice is tremendous. And plus, I would say, I don't have data to support this, but I would bet that we have at least 50%, if not 70% of the people who hear you, see you, read you, who will never tell you they did and change the trajectory of their day, if not their life. So right now in my paid community, we have massive transformation of clients who came for social media, but they are changing who they are being in their life. And they're going after bigger dreams than when they came, like they're allowed to reconnect with their deepest dreams. So again, today I'm going to ask you, what are the dreams that you kept buried for so long in your body, in your mind, in your heart? And try to reconnect with them. They're here, and be open to the possibility to reconnect with them and give them a chance to re-emerge without worrying about how the hell you could do this. Don't worry about the how. This is one of the key belief work that you got to do. Okay, is to stop worrying about the how, because the how will show up, whether it's in the way that you think it will show up or not. So be prepared. It might not show up the way you think, but take daily actions as if your dream is already done. So whatever your dream is, what is it? And then ask yourself, like, if you visualize who you are being in that dream, what does that woman in that reality of the dream would do today if she knew that it's already done? That's how I did my retreat in France. That was one of my big dreams. I wanted to do a luxury retreat in France, and it's a part of the book. And so the work was to make it normal for my body that we were already in France, already in a luxury hotel, already about 10 women, we were 8. And not only that, but you picture even the after the event, the after the dream, because here's something in visualization that I've learned the hard way: biking. So everything is about your mind visualizing what you want to do. And when you get your mind into this, then you get your body into this, then things happen. It's ready. It's already done. You match that new reality. You're there. So I'm still learning to mountain bike, and Norche, you're going to appreciate that story. But so it's still not natural to me, but I'm still open. Plus, the people I bike are very nice and patient with me. But one Sunday, we were in one of the place where we go biking, and they had I don't know how you call this. It's basically like uh, a piece of wood. Like when you're kid, you do like this: one kid here, pam, 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 like that. That's a game for kids in playgrounds, but they had this for mountain bikers. So it's a big one, right? A huge, big one. So literally, I put my mind and it was very fast, but I started to visualize that because I had a metaphor. When I do hard physical things, usually I put the metaphor of my business in it. And I am determined to make my business a full success in all ways. And I remember that day, I don't remember what was going on in the business, but I'm like, I can do this TikTok thing with my bike based on what I was trying to do in my business. And I visualized it. So I was like, I know if I put my mind into it, it's going to be fine. So I visualized the beginning of the TikTok. So how was it? It was like, and then when you get in the middle, it goes like this, right? So I visualized all of this, all of this, all of this, all of this. Because my fear was like, you're going to fall. You're going to fall doing it, right? So you teach your mind like how you're going to do it. And then you see yourself doing it. You feel how it feels in your body doing it. But the part I forgot to visualize is the end, because I was focused on doing the thing, not the after the thing, right? That's why I say, when you're going to visualize whatever you're trying to do, when you're going to visualize whatever you want to do right now in your life, visualize the after as well, how it feels to remember it, and everything, because I forgot. And then guess what happened there? I had a massive fall. Not on it. I went, like, everybody was like, wow, that girl who doesn't really know how to bike can do this. But I forgot to visualize that part and I felt like really, really big. Another thing I did like this, a comparison between a hard thing physically and something hard in my business, something that is next level. So that was for my TEDx. It was I do cold plunging from time to time, but it had been many months that I hadn't. I was like really resistant. So I went to a cold plunging workshop just before my TEDx. And the only thing that got me there is visualize the TEDx as the cold plunging. And every step of the way, the before, the during, and the after. And that really is game changer. When you put your mind into visualization, so that you can already feel how you're going to feel when you are in your future, and you can make it like present, like your current reality. You can feel exactly the emotion of your future in your current reality. This is game changer, and this is when times collapse and then things happen faster than you can even think about it. So that was an aparté, but I wanted to share that with you, the visualization part. And yeah, so that's what it is. Any questions? Oh, hello, my friends. Sorry, I'm talking. I'm not even looking at the comments. So, and I'm going to read them out loud because we're our friend on Instagram here. So, Narcha says, another one. Oh my God, you have another song. You have What It Takes by Haha. Oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm going to put you DJ, my go to song when I need a kick in my butt, in my bum. I will add this later in the Facebook group. Perfect. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then, hi, there is us, Eleanor Seesaw. Seesaw. Okay, I am so glad to see you, and I'll see you. So Eleanor is going to be part of our happy hour, social media love happy hour. Oh my God, the experiment that is tonight in where I live. So I live in the eastern part of Canada in a place called New Brunswick. And the city where I live is the capital city where I live by the capital city called Fredericton. So that's where we're going to meet for our happy hour experiment tonight. It's going to be so fun. So that's a book. Grab your book. It's the last day free. And it's so I just want to give you a few numbers. Yes, this morning I checked. We had 137 books gone. Oh, gone, I mean, bought. And then yesterday we hit number one in the category in Canada. So we had multiple number one in different category in the US in the last few days. Then in Canada yesterday. So I didn't check yet. So that's the part that I'm learning with publishing, self-publishing on Amazon. Like there is almost like a game. Like I didn't know about it, but you go and check, and then the algorithm, because of all the work that you guys did. And I want to say big thank you to different groups here. So number one, if you're part of my book launch tribe, which is an email community, I want to thank you so much because I've seen the behind the work that all of you do. Some of you are not even on social media, but I see what you're doing. So thank you and thank you and thank you. And my dream for this tribe is that we're going to meet probably online first. But one of my dreams would be to do something in person, even though we have people from all over. We have 37 women leaders and entrepreneurs in that tribe. It's just so magical. So, and then the second group that I want to thank is the Facebook group where we have, so it's a community I've built. When did I start this Facebook group? So I had a community all in French first, and then I had to start from scratch in English, maybe in 2017 or 2019, 2018. So it's a group where, it's free. And then when you come in the group, there are a few questions that I ask you to make sure that that group is going to serve you. So it's for women entrepreneurs who sell services, And then we have a game in the group, and I love all of you participating to the group. I love even the ones who don't participate to the game, how you're contributing to the group. I really appreciate all of this. And I also want to thank all of you who are neither in the group, neither in the book tribe, but are showing up like rock stars and sharing with your friends and showing up inspired by the book. Like I think everything. If you ask me a question or you tag me and I didn't answer, please retag me. Another thing that we learn here in this social media love planet is to stop making things mean something. So our mind's gonna go like, oh my God, she didn't answer me. She doesn't care, it's not good enough, or whatever your mind's gonna serve you as the story of the day, the plat du jour. Don't believe any thought you think. Number one, especially when you're starting to do a new project, don't believe any thought you think. But in my world, this is something we learn together when you work together. When we work together, is to work with your meaning maker in your mind, where we something happens and we directly jump to a story. So there is no story. Things are. We call this is This is it. Like fly birds, the water is wet, and I didn't get any client in my workshop. Doesn't mean anything about you, the world, the workshop, the birds, right? When you start living your life like this, some people call this, I don't give a shit. I don't think it's exactly that, but it's kind of like that because nothing matters anymore until you make it mean something. So you keep moving. You know, nothing means anything until you make it mean something. So if you want to play with this today, I could give you that. So for example, if someone in your family or at work comes in and they're like a little rough, and you start making it mean something about yourself, you're gonna stop right there. Nothing is nothing until you make it mean something, right? That saved many of my relationships very privately and very publicly as well. Yes, because it's never really about you. It's about, everybody has their own stories, their own journeys, and it doesn't mean anything until you make it mean something and you attach emotions to it, right? So I hope it inspires you, and I'm good for now. If you have any question, oh my God, Wendy, look at this, Wendy is the Queen Retreat. Wendy, I don't know if you're still here, but if you want to come with me, I would love to talk to you and introduce you to my beautiful community here, because Wendy is, oh, I'm just going to put your name here in case you're not here. Connect with Wendy. Wendy is the Queen of Retreats. She has a retreat coming up in El Salvador next year, and she's already promoting it. So there are seats. Yeah, Wendy, I love you, Wendy. I'm so glad you stopped by here. I don't know. Oh, but hey, look at me. I didn't put the link. If you guys want to join me, you need a link. So I'm gonna put the link right there. Boom. Instagram, I don't have a StreamYard link for you. But yesterday, what we did is that I turned the camera and I showed you the screen, the interview. We do what we have to do. So if you want to join me, there is a link now in the comments, and basically you click on the link and then it's going to tell you a step-by-step process. It's pretty straightforward. And then you're going to arrive backstage. I'm going to see you in the backstage and I'm going to wave at you, and then I'm going to put you on the screen and we're going to have a chat. If you want, we have 15 minutes left. I'm going to have more coffee. Hello, Charlotte. What is the wine of the week? Charlotte is a wine expert, and she's on Instagram right now. I'm checking who's here. Okay, I want to show you my cup again. Remember who the fuck you are. Happy Friday! And the book is still free today. It's the last day. Last day. Okay, so while I wait for someone to come with me, if you want to, I'm gonna read more. Are you Angelique? An unfamiliar voice pulls me back from my grocery list. I look up, slightly puzzled. Yes, that's me. How can I help you? I reply, trying to place a familiar stranger. Well, you don't know me, but I know you from your video on the 8 ways to eat avocados. My son, who's a notorious picky eater, now loves them thanks to you. The stranger exclaims, her eyes shining with gratitude. Do you mean the video I posted about 2 weeks ago on my Facebook page called Angélique Cuisine? Yes, exactly that one, she confirmed with a big smile. That video was my debut into the world of live social media. An experience as daunting as it was exhilarating. I remember sitting on my living room floor, propping my phone against a bookshelf, clutching a pen in one hand and a giant notebook in the other. I hit go live. It was the very first, season of live. Um, I hit go live, and in an instant, I was very visible. I had a goal to stay live for 20 minutes, even if no one showed up to watch me. I had no idea of what I was doing, but I knew, which is remind me that I didn't share the video with you guys in the group. Let's share with you. Okay, group becoming visible online. Here we go, so that you don't have to look for the video. It's right there. Okay, so, but I knew what I wanted to say. I wanted to teach people how to enjoy avocados. So, not paying attention to how many people were watching or any of the comments, I talked and drew out the 8 ways to enjoy avocados, pouring my enthusiasm into each stroke of my pen. I still have the drawing, by the way. When the live was over, I logged out and didn't pay attention to any of the engagement on the post until the next day. So there was no engagement. So it was a complete shock to me when 2 weeks later I was confronted with the impact of that very video. It was a profound moment, one that shifted my perception of social media metrics entirely. Until then, I had been hung up on likes, shares, and comments, the visible markers of engagement that everyone told me mattered. They matter, but not as much as having passion and conviction behind what you're posting. This encounter taught me that there is a real impact in showing up consistently and sharing your message, no matter how niche or simple it may seem. And even if that impact seems invisible, it reminded me of the unseen audience, those who watch but never interact, whose lives you might be touching without ever knowing. And that's a reality. There is a silent crowd watching right now or later when it's going to be the replay. Most of the videos are watched in the replay. But that silent audience is is amazing. Like, don't ignore it. Okay, it's not about talking to a void. You never talk to a void. There is someone watching. You never know who's watching, and there is always someone watching, always. So so this revelation became a cornerstone of my coaching philosophy, you see. When clients come to me disheartened by the lack of engagement, I tell them to show up consistently, focus on the value they're providing, and to trust the process. It's not always about the numbers. I learned to appreciate the unseen impact of my work. Sales calls often reveal how my content has influenced potential clients in ways I couldn't track or measure. It's a reminder that visibility isn't just about being seen, it's about making a difference one person at a time. To all the women entrepreneurs and experts reading this, please don't forget that your online presence matters, even when it feels like shouting in the void. Your voice and your message have the power to change lives, sometimes in ways as simple as making a child love avocados. Don't let the fear of judgment or the craving for immediate validation deter you. Before worrying about engagement and metrics of success, focus on showing up, sharing your expertise, and trusting that your message will find its way to those who need to hear it most. Remember, you never know who's watching, who's listening, and whose life you're impacting. Your visibility online is a gift, not just to your audience, but to yourself. Embrace it and let it transform you and those around you. So, what does it take to show up and be visible? Number one, release trying to figure out how to make it happen. Surrender to the unknown. Say yes without any proof it will work. Cultivate the belief that this could work for you. Believe that you are a world changer. Show up even when fears are loud. Don't believe your inner critic. Listen to the wisdom of your body. Ask for help. Have uncomfortable conversations. Believe in your clients and in their ability to embrace their fears. Believe in your methodology and believe your business has a soul. Believe is the key word, as you noticed. And you don't believe with your mind, you believe with your body. It's called embodying the woman you hope to be and the woman you already are. Your higher self, she knows. She's waiting for you on the other side of fear. This work is a journey, not a destination, which is why it's time for you to start the work today. Every new level of change will bring its load of fears and limiting beliefs. When you know how it works, you not only know there is a way, but you actually create the way. It's imperative to surround yourself with helpers, coaches, healers, mentors, and a community that never let you down and keeps you in that energy of creation. Women entrepreneurs who are in my world mimic me, not because they want to be like me, but because they come to know the power of their ideas. They get so aware of the potency of an idea that they want to learn and embody what it takes to change the way they think, feel, behave, and create a future in alignment with this idea, which becomes palpable online energetically. They learn to dream big and get massive results. If you want more time, more money, more clients, more impact, it starts with working on yourself, which automatically improves your visibility online and your sales ability. Be warned, you may fall in love with promoting yourself and asking for the sale because when you're aligned, you don't judge yourself anymore or what others think of you. The magic happens when you are able to draw a clear vision for yourself. Work on oh my god, visualizing your life if you dedicate the next 365 days to showing up differently. What does your life 1 year from now look like? What happened in your business? How do you feel when you show up online and share what you stand for in 365 days? What about sharing testimonials that convey how good you are at what you do? Who are you with that supports you? How much revenue did you generate? Where do you love to spend time online? What kind of content are you focusing on? And what kind of reception it's getting? Feel these answers in your body. See yourself in the reality you created 1 year from now. Once you have visualized these answers, I want you to write to someone close to you as if it has been a year and tell them about the shifts that have happened internally and externally. So, for example, and there is kind of a template in the book, It says, Dear Mama, I can't wait to share all the things that have happened this year with you. It's truly remarkable. I have been working on blah, blah, blah. People have loved my post about blah, blah, blah. I am becoming more confident in blah, blah, blah. I know I offer people value because blah, blah, blah. I can feel my business expanding because blah, blah, blah. I finally know my message of blah, blah, blah is finding the right people. My biggest accomplishment this year personally has been blah, 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 which has impacted my business by blah, blah, blah. I will keep focusing on blah, blah, blah. That template of blah, blah, blah is game changer. Once, hello, Shasha. Let's put the Shasha comment. Charlotte is my sister. Hello. Thank you, Shasha, for being here. Once you have your vision, remind yourself of your mission to make it aligned. For example, my mission is to amplify women's visibility online and in words, one post, one video, one belief at a time, from a place of ease and joy. And all of my ideas line up with this mission. You know, getting up at 6 a.m. right now where I haven't slept, my mission is the only way I can get up because I'm so excited to be in touch with you. So I was almost done. What bridge do you need to build to make your vision a reality aligned with your mission? The most common answer to this question is a plan of action, a business strategy, and to show up online. All of that is true, but first, you have to show up being yourself. Your ideas and values will dictate who you need to be and become in order to create the reality you imagined for yourself and your business. You need to do this work each time you feel you're ready to grow and expand. It doesn't have to take tons of time. I personally do this once a year. Do you feel you're ready for a new birth of ideas? If so, close your eyes and listen to the answer you receive. The ideas that come to you may scare you. Sometimes they won't fit in your current way of thinking or living. This is normal. If you don't feel some resistance or fear, it's probably because your idea is not one that is worth your time and energy. By the way, when an idea hits you, I want you to know that there is a reason. So capture it. Ideas, they are not just random thoughts. An idea lands on you at the right time. And most of the time, it doesn't make sense. But write it down because it makes sense. You'll know later. Okay? That's the girl who's 50 that has learned that. Where am I? This is not much. If you don't feel resistance, fear is a sign that you are growing outside of your current reality and comfort zone, which means you are moving closer to your highest self. As an entrepreneur, chances are you are focusing on building a strong network, and perhaps you've been generating your revenue out of this network. In the back of your mind, you may be wondering, what if that network dries out? How will you get in touch with new people who are your ideal buyer? How can you get the attention of new people outside of your network? And this is probably when you start to generate ideas about how to market yourself more online. You may get really excited about this and buy a bunch of online marketing courses, listen to marketing podcasts, believing it's enough to help you. These resources are a great place to start. I would encourage any entrepreneur to learn what organic content marketing is about because it's a long game strategy that is worth the sweat. Your ideas are sacred. They pave the pathway to your dream. This is why it's imperative that right now, as you are working with clients from your network, you start developing that visibility online from a place of ease. The beauty of your current network is that it gives you all the information you need right now about your ideal buyer. Your marketing content needs to include blogs, podcasts, posts, reels, or even going live, and all of your content really needs to speak to your ideal client. Thanks to your network clients, you know exactly what your ideal buyer's pain points are. and you know their challenges and what they're after. Your outside network ideal buyer just needs to meet you, and you're about to help them find you using social media. So while you work with your network, make sure that you start to lay the foundation of an online ecosystem that will help you get noticed by your ideal buyer outside of your current network. Okay, enough reading. You got to buy the book now. It's free today. And thank you for being here. I see you here. Oh my God, thank you so much. And I want you to know that I'll be cheering to you tonight. We have our second Social Media Love happy hour experiment in person where I live. And there is a special cocktail that I created called the Visionary Cocktail. And when we're going to toast, I'll make sure that we toast to all of you, part of this beautiful online community. I want to remind all of you that to have that kind of support takes to nourish your family days in and out. This work is the result of 10 years of building a community online. And again, when you choose to use social media to promote your business, to build a community around ideas and foundational, belief and shifts that you want the world of your business to bring to the world, it takes to it's like building a family, having kids. So you need to feed the kids, and not just when you feel like it, right? So how do you cultivate a new behavior that allows you to be consistent with your content, that even on days you have your period, or you're tired, or you had a mega fight in your personal life, or something goes down everywhere and you still need to show up for your audience? How do you put that in place, right? Because life happens, but you cannot just drop your online family. Like, this is serious business when you build relationship with people in real life. I mean, like in person, because online is real life. um it's the same. It takes that dedication, but it takes to take care of yourself first so that you can take care of others. So if you're interested to learn more about this, read the book. And then when you read the book, if you have like, oh my God, this is really touching my heart, and my hurt maybe as well, um, reach out to me. Let's have a conversation. And there is also a gift in the book that hopefully you're going to take advantage of, because that's kind of the idea behind the book. Yeah. So now we spend an hour together. If you're watching the replay, can you say replay? Because it's always cool to see who watches the replay. And then I'll see you during the day and this weekend. So if you want to play book launch, it's until Sunday. It's in my Facebook group. And then the price, the reward, I should say, for playing playbook launch is number one, a $500 value strategy session with me. The second is a Yeti mic. And then the third is a tripod slash selfie stick that is pretty cool. So yeah, those are amazing rewards. So keep sharing, if you feel like you want to invite me for a conversation on your platform, I would love to. So I want to use my voice in others' communities as well, because I believe in the power of sharing stories and introducing myself to other communities. So let me know. We can book a call. I have a few interviews here and there. My dream is to have many, many, many like overbooked interviews with many entrepreneurs who want to really help their own audience to become more visible. So ciao, ciao for now. Thank you for being here. Thank you for rocking it. And let's get that book in other categories. So we did the US, we did Canada yesterday. Didn't check. And then we have France. I want the France, like in France, where I think we're 14 in one category, we're 44, and then 100. So there are a lot of people in France, right? So that's why I put my Eiffel Tower. Okay, keep going. And let me know how you are doing when you read the book. I so want to know. Ciao, ciao.